Yeah. What up? What up? We in the building. What's up? Nobody in here yet, but maybe y'all will fall up in here before or after. It don't be no, never mind. Fixing this shit. This is not a mirror, nigga. You are live streaming right now. In here fixing the band. We got to fix the band. Gotta fix the band. What's up, everybody? How you doing? Good afternoon. Welcome back to another episode of What is a reborG podcast. I am reborG once again here, your host and all-around stand-up guy. Co-pilots always in the house. Got that wine. This is from Childress Vineyards in North Carolina. This is a muscadine, which is kind of like a sweet red rosé. Yeah, that's jump pretty good too. Dirty Mike and the boys. Yo, man, you can't start out like that, yo. You can't do that, yo. The homie wilding already, man. For real. Wilding already. Yeah, man, I gotta fix the bands, B. I gotta fix it. Then we got the water in the house. This jump was, boy, that's probably one of my best buys right there. The bug is in the building. Yeah, that tumbler, because for real, I've for maybe the best 6 or 7 years, I've been on a real, I've been drinking water. I always try to include it in there. Not as much as I am now. Beforehand, it was maybe about 80 to 100 ounces. I would try to get in there, but now we well past 100. I'm doing $120 on the daily, 120 ounces or more. And it's just, at this point now, I'm addicted. I gotta have it. I don't feel right when I don't have water. And I fucked up the other day at work and forgot my tumbler, so I had to use this regular water bottle, and it was okay. But I ain't get as much as I wanted in. Choking. Shout out another T Public John. We got the J Dilla. For those who don't know, Jay Dilla, music producer hip hop producer I'm gonna say music producer out of Detroit. Gave you a lot of good beats. He's probably what they call that type of jump, your favorite producer's producer. A lot of people were influenced by him, even after he started releasing beats after they did, like a Pete Rock, a Dre. A lot of producers you fuck with Dilla, dog. Unfortunately, he passed. What up, Paul? In the whip. I did get them hoes again, huh? But let me take a moment out to thank everybody for their support. Yeah, BJ, definitely one of the GOATs. But I want to thank everybody for your support, sending in your questions, the views. Man, I was almost at 50 views before half the week, and I got my likes was like that. Groceries. You trying to say you ain't get it no jumps while you was at the grocery? Come on, man, don't do that, man. you in the land of women, man. Thick women too in Houston. You getting it, man? Yeah, see, yeah, I know what it is. But I want to thank y'all, man, for real. That was just an outpour of blessings and good fortunes, man. I really appreciate y'all showing up and showing out, man. Now, Chapo, you and Poe was on some shit. And story time probably it's gonna be coming up soon in the next month or whatever. But like I said, really appreciate it, guys. And I'm pretty sure y'all gonna show out again, maybe in the next year and a half when I try to do another one. Because I want people, it may be some new people in here who don't know me as well as some of you do. So it gives them an introduction, a better introduction, a better understanding of the individual they watching. Because somebody like Jubug, somebody I met within the last year and a half, he don't know the shit that y'all know for real. And a quick, I see BJ, he was the first one in here. So a quick story time. He had brought up the time. Minister at our church, Mr. Casey. He used to throw big birthday parties for his son at their house because they had a nice ass crib. I wonder if they still stay there, but they had a nice crib. They flood out all the food. It'd be like 5 or 6 TVs going on, mad video games. We outside playing ball with the youngest. He invited everybody, like kids, his son's age, younger, his daughter age, and people for them, that was at the church or whatever. And one day we was outside playing and playing basketball on the goal they had in the front. And BJ, oh, they still at that crib. Okay, cool. And BJ was standing in front of the goal blocking little kids' shots. What would you call them? Shattering dreams? Like he was like, there was a bunch of little kids out there trying to get shots up, and BJ just blocking them. He tossing them. He just getting them up out of there. So I was there with my nephew and crushing dreams. That's what it was. While he was under there, I had the ball and I was just standing there dribbling or whatever. And my nephew looked at me and I just nodded my head and he knew what was up. And he ran to the he ran to the basket. I tossed him up and he dunked on BJ for an alley. Yo, man, that shit was too funny, man. He won't paying no attention. He had no idea what was going on. But B, somebody paid him back one day. Somebody got him back good. There was this dude I went to school with and played football with named Jason Tillery. Probably one of the best athletes I had seen at the school, for real, for real. He could dunk with no problem. And we went to Langley one day, and he was on the court. We was playing fives, and man, that jump was crazy. Somebody was on the break, and my nephew was running with him. And somebody tossed the alley. My nephew reached back and caught the jump. Sonus grabbed the shit out of his hands. I was like, oh, shit. Because, I mean, that might have been the only time he got dunked on. I know that's something that he ain't going to never forget that. Trust me. I don't give a fuck who you are. If you ever been dunked on, and if you play basketball long enough, it will happen to you too. You're going to remember the time you got dunked on. My Pops is up in here. What's up, Pops? I don't even know why you picked that name. You should have just picked reborG Senior or something like that. But I'm going to come through there probably next weekend and set your YouTube up properly. Get you like a little pick or whatever up in there. Get you a little AV. Got Reese in here. What up, Reese? That's the person who dunked on me, Reese. Yeah. I got by him and my best friend, O'Neal. O'Neal, that dunk on was that's when we were kids. We was like 10. He had lowered the rim, and we had both caught each other just on a random. We weren't even in the game. Now the time Maurice dunked on me, that was all my fault. That one was bad. It wasn't no body to body, but he definitely dunked on me. Cause I don't know if you stuck, Reese, you know what happened. I don't know exactly what happened. All I know is you had the ball and you was coming straight down the lane. And I'm like, he not gonna dunk this. And I know that he thought that I was thinking the same shit. He was coming down there thinking, he was like, yo, he ain't moved. Oh, he don't think I'm gonna dunk this. So he came down there and he just fell down right in front of me and laughed. I couldn't believe it because while I'm watching him, I'm watching him jump, and it shit went in slow motion. Like I was watching him the whole time, like, you're getting kind of up there for a layup. Yeah, he passed the point of a finger roll at this nigga getting ready to dunk the ball on me. And I know it won't nothing I could do, because I can't mess with those bunnies. Not at all. I dunked one time back in like high school. And that was it. I just wanted to do it one time, and that was like the only time I tried it. I bet that was a rim grazer out of hell. But be my fault, man. I ain't mean to get you yammed on like that. Well, I did mean to get you yammed on like that. Oh man, you old now. I don't even know the last time you hooped. I couldn't even tell you. I don't even know the last time I hooped, man. Remember in the back of Coventry, BJ, we was out there hooping. Who was them two light-skinned dudes with the good shots? They used to just play out there all the time. They was out there beating the hell out of kids. It was these two dudes. He had to have been like 23, 24. They was at the back of Coventry. They was out there playing little teenage kids and like little ones. because it's like Coventry is right down the street from Tab going the other way, so you know it really won't probably it won't. I only seen like maybe like one hooper I thought could do something out there, but those jumps used to be fun. Out there playing with Jan used to stink. Yeah, because we was out there almost every week, and we was getting some good runs. Oh, word! You saw the oldest one, because they might have been in the mid-20s. Because the oldest one he was out there losing his hair and shit like that. Yeah, he won't like he had us beat and losing hair and shit like that. Matter of fact, speaking of hair, I could not get this shit together for nothing because I won't go comb it because I won't go nowhere. But I did. I put some Palmer's coconut oil, and they got this. Jay used to smell like no bad. Yeah, that day you said that day Jay went out there sleeveless showing. You said, "Man, look at this arm, Jay. Arm look like Boston butts." And he was a mixed dude, and his real light skin, real fair skin, and so it looked like the fat, portion on the Boston. Oh man, yeah, that jump was too. But we played a lot of ball coming up. Yeah, like for me not to be no damn better, I give myself decent at best. I ain't gonna go out there and fuck up. I'm not gonna be the reason you lose. But yeah, we used to hoop a lot. Get the cardio going. There's something, Reese. I know you can still hoop. I know that mama mentality ain't went nowhere. I hate to see you around some kids now, because you done got a little bit more fucking in you. Oh man, you probably real treacherous on that court now. I would hate to be one of your students playing you now. Oof. Golly. I seen black men out there training so he could play you one-on-one. Man. I would say don't show the bull the red scarf, but that don't mean shit because bulls are colorblind, so it really don't fucking matter. They ain't looking at the sheet nowhere. They just want to hit the shit out the bullfighter. So, yo, speaking of that bullfighting, I said basketball, my nigga. I ain't say nothing about Halo 2. I already told y'all it's games that I am completely ass in, and that was one of them. Like that was one of my regrets. See, look, how you got black men on your list, and you can already beat him, man. Like, yo, man. Man, let me take you down a pig, man. Remember in UFC 3 with Brock Lesnar when Anika knocked your ass out? Yeah, take that nigga down the pig sometimes, man, because he'll Kobe Bryant your ass, man. Shit, Reese, it's almost time to go back to school, man. You ready? You still teaching math? Because I may need your help with this school shit. I'm supposed to start in January. Seeing you, that econ. But what was I saying? I be forgetting shit sometimes. With the hoop shit. Yeah, because I remember that. I don't know why. I mean, you played around with it. You played around with it, and it cost you. Oh yeah, algebra 1. Okay. When the kids first get in there and they realize this math shit is real. When you first get the letters in your mathematics, oh boy. Oh, and geometry. Oh, it's time for shapes and shit. Ooh. I should let you and my pops talk, because he's like a math dude too. So much of a math dude. Pops, you still do your taxes with paper and pencil, don't you? No electronic taxes for Pops, man. No, sir. You gonna break out that paper and pen. I'm gonna buy you one of them green visors that people be wearing, like the old accountants and stuff like that. Oh, what up, Goat? Damn, I was getting this something like, yeah, y'all got the school jump, man. That's junk getting ready to pop up. Yeah, because you always been a math dude. Like, he's so efficient in that tax jump, he could teach you how to do it on paper. Like anybody in here, for real. All you just gotta do is shut the hell up and listen, like you should do any other time. But what's it got, like 2.5 weeks before school start? Man, man, school, boy. Come on, man. Y'all can't tell me that first day of school, man. Oh, man, that shit used to hit. And I'm going to be like, particularly in high school, like 11th to 12th grade, where I can get my own gear and, my taste and my mom's taste started to match up. So she was giving me some nice stuff too. Boy, that jump was sauce, man. That jump was getting nice. That jump was crazy. What's some of y'all favorite? I know senior year, I know that was like the last year I was in school. So that's all I can give y'all. Right? I don't know shit. I can't remember no other outfits before then. But I remember senior year, I had a tan polo jacket with a nice little polo t-shirt. Of course, the jeans to match and some Air Force Ones. Nigga, I was clean as shit. And you know that outfit, like Mike Epps said, you lay that joint out the night before on like the back of a chair or on the back of your door or whatever like that. Man, that shit used to be all right. Yo, I was clean. Man, oh man. One year I wore the Anquan Bolden. I wore that jersey. Matter of fact, when I'm trying to get this picture without kicking boy. My grandma made me this jump. If you can see the kid right here in the middle, this right here, this jersey right here is the white Florida State Anquan Bolden. Over here, I got the orange Brian Greasy. This is the picture my sister will always laugh at me at. This is an old church fit, and these is like 2 senior year pictures. Why did I give my grandma pictures for her to turn around and give them to me back on a poster? I have no idea. But speaking of this one, this was my senior pictures. So I wore this white Anquan Bolden, the Brian Greasy, and I had a green Shannon Brown and Michigan State jump. My mama hated every bit of it because I didn't wear any. The only nice clothes I wore were the tuxedo, the fake tuxedo, because they got the jump. They just got the jacket, and they have a jump that you just sit over your shoulder. The church. Yeah, it looked like I had a Steve Harvey credit card with all that damn blue on and shit. Yeah, that was one of mom's decisions. I'll be honest, even as a kid, my mom's, if she could pick a style for me that she wanted me to wear from since I was a baby up until now, it would be Carlton Banks. She would want me to dress like Carlton, but that was never my flavor. I'm not gonna say I don't give a fuck about clothes, but I'm more of a casual person at all times. For real, for real. That nigga said governor. No, that one, yeah, that was the one. Cause that and it was another picture, Poe. Did you was you there that day he saw the one where I had the cardigan on? It must have been like third, it must have been about maybe 4th or 5th grade. The cardigan on the slide said I look like I look like a politician. And he laughed at me for doing that, but everybody had to wear the fake tuxedo shit. Slide stupid as shit, man. But that was me. I was real casual, man, like my pops. But I wear more jeans than pops would. But always the jerseys. Pops, do you remember that spot we used to get the jerseys from? That one was crazy. That one was nice because he used to have them like for cheap. Like he didn't know how much other people were charging for jerseys, and we used to go in over there and just get whatever. Because I used to have, for those who don't know, inform you now, Kevin Garnett is my favorite basketball player. Yeah, Athletic Leisure. Yeah. Kevin Garnett, my favorite basketball player of all time. And at one point at high school, I had the black, white, and the green Minnesota Timberwolves. The one where they changed the colors like the next year when Marbury came. Yeah, I had all 3 of them. But my favorite, I'm going to tell you right now, as far as basketball goes, my favorite was the yellow Indiana Jalen Rose. Oh my God. Whew. Boy, I've been trying to look for that one and they don't have it. They have the blue and yellow one, not the pinstripe one, the one with the big ass bulky letters, like the one they had like in '98 and stuff like that. and beforehand. I wish I could find that pinstripe one for real. I think it was in no, it wasn't in the mall. It was in Yorktown on Route 17, I want to say. It was over there by the tobacco store across the street from the Rips. Because the mall, we went to the mall after they closed down. And we was going to the mall after. The mall was kind of like after I got out of high school. But that one we used to go in on. I'm not going to say a Sports Fan because Sports Fan was the one that was in the mall. And what was the other one? Because I remember I went to Sports Fan when I bought my first throwback. Matter of fact, this was before throwbacks blew up and they became $300 because I bought that John Havlicek. That's what I bought. I bought the John Havlicek jersey. It was only like $1.50 at the time. Yeah. Because I always wanted one because I want to say maybe like a couple of years beforehand, one of Chuck Moe's sisters, her baby daddy, Carlos, he was kind of like our first. He was like one of the people that we could look at that had like the gear like the rappers had. Because this was like 97, 98. He had the Wilt Chamberlain throwback Mitchell and Ness jump. Because we didn't even know nothing about that at the time. So just to see him in that, he had the white Philly Wilt Chamberlain jump. That jump was crazy. And because I've always liked Jersey. Boy, sir. I mean, really? I know you don't give a fuck about the show. Come on, man. Because I remember when I was 9, I wore my Drew Bledsoe jersey as a Halloween costume. Because I remember I had the Drew, and my boy O'Neal was wearing his Hampton Tornadoes jump. That was a lazy costume, O'Neal. I ain't even gonna lie. You went out there and wore the shit that you was already wearing at practice earlier that day. And we went trick-or-treating. I don't know what it is. I really like white jerseys for some reason. Like, there's nothing wrong with the different color ones or something like that, but I just love the white ones. Because I had a hard time the other day because I was gonna get they had a Dragan Petrovic on Mitchell and Ness for $1.30, but they only went up to an extra large. So I really wanted that one too, because that was one of the first players I remember trying to following. And he passed like as soon as I got comfortable, As soon as he was getting ready to get to that superstar status, he passed, man. And that one always fucked me up. I tried to make a Drazen t-shirt on a site that you could create it, but they told me they can't without the permission of the Petrovic family and shit. I said, man, they all the way in whatever they call it, but they all the way in Croatia now. Most kids that play, okay, because all right. Most kids was wearing their uniforms out there. Because I was playing with the Dean at that time, but I didn't want to wear my jersey. I wanted to wear the Bledsoe one. Damn, what was that? 93 he got drafted? That was a while ago, man. Shout out to Drew, man. Drew worked hard to keep from being a bust. Even led them to that first Super Bowl, too. They wouldn't have got there without Drew. Because he led them to that, what did he help them win? He helped them win the conference championship. Yep. What up, Fresh? Happy belated, man. You had your birthday and shit like that. You got to stream with the big time streamers again. Yo, you blowing up, man. I'm telling you. Fresh, you about to get real Hollywood on this, fam. I can tell. Can smell what the rock is cooking. But shout out to Drew, man. That was like one of the first players like I got to watch in college. And I remember, you watch them all the way through. We ain't had no business watching no damn Washington State games. That's how good he was. He had the nation out there watching Washington State games. And not Washington State. Was he? Yeah, he was at Washington State. Yeah. Drew was, yeah. I was tripping. Yeah, because they was comparing him and like it do Trey. Yes, it does. And it will sooner or later. You see how many people was in Bigo the other day, Fresh? My God. People really want to get their computers and phones corrupted. Bigo is a streaming app, and it is horrible. It is trash. You getting more bugs up there than you can on BearShare. And what was the other one that had all the bugs on it when you was trying to download music? Yeah, he did lead them. Yep, took them to the pack. I thought they was gonna win that game because they had two of my favorite like young players at the time. Because I was a big Drew Bledsoe fan and a big Terry Glenn fan too. Yo, when they hit them pop-up ads was ridiculous, dude. Them pop-up ads on Bigo are crazy. I ain't got time for identity theft. I'm too old, man. Because the fucked up thing about identity theft, you ain't getting that bread back. Once it's gone, bro. It's gone. So please take care of yourselves. I try to tell my mama that. Don't be clicking on everything. Because she's just getting used to going on Google and YouTube and stuff like that. I said, hey, I wasn't no Pats fan in the 90s, BJ. I was the same type of fan then that I am now. Because I'm watching everybody. Even though I may be a fan of one team, I'm always going, I'm going to watch everybody. You can see senior year, I had on a Florida State and a Denver Bronco jersey, the biggest rivals, the biggest rivals of two of my favorite teams. Now, I've always been a Raider fan. I decided when I was maybe about 5 years old because my dad had bought me a NFL blanket and it had tigers and it had it took the logos of the team and turned it into the player, and then they had the uniforms and stuff, and that black and silver always drew me in. It was a wrap from there. Big Bo Jackson fan too, so I was always a Raider fan, but I was always watching other people because I'm gonna always watch. Your team ain't gonna always be on shit. The Raiders on the West Coast, we not gonna get all them games, so we got to watch somebody. And Drew was on TV since he was the number one pick. The number one pick always gonna be on TV. Yeah, we done with that wine. I'm trying to switch it over. God damn, that water cold as hell. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Poe. I fuck with Brian Greasy because I through Michigan. He led them to the chip, and because I was watching Charles Woodson, I got to watch him too. And Michigan was big back. Michigan was huge back then. Let's be real. I mean, you gonna see him. And I fuck with Greasy. And another thing was I knew wasn't nobody else gonna have it. Not that colorway, not Brian Greasy, and they matched with Tim's, so it worked. People complimented me on that shit in school, man. So, and that's why I, wore it. That was my thing. I was always trying to, I'm gonna get my favorite players, but I'm gonna get some other people too. Cause I ain't no Boston Celtics fan, but I wanted that Havlicek. That shit looks soft. And the stares I was getting at Darling Stadium that night pretty much confirmed it. Boy, ain't nothing like some water. Good God Almighty. But I done sharpened the knife so bad at work that I slit myself, cut myself so good, and it didn't even bleed. I just felt the skin moved up. Because somebody needed some damn help at work because they got me washing dishes. I don't mind it. Still the same pay. So still gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have did it if I still wasn't gonna keep my same amount of money. But I'm doing all right, so. Only problem with washing dishes, I be wet as shit at the end of the day. God dang. Just be wet. And then you gotta wait on other people. Yeah, I fuck with Greasy. His Pops, he was cool. That's a horrible last name though. The last thing you want to be is named Greasy. That name stink. I ain't gonna lie to you. But matter of fact, I've been trying to get like my gear game back up because I probably end up wearing one of them LRG shirts, man. Shout out to Pope, man. And once again, man, you're gonna keep getting these shout outs. That $12 shirts was it. And them shits match with these bands too. So y'all gonna get them on the show pretty recently. Now I'm gonna probably hit you up so I can get up with Jersey Man and see what's up with his junk. I bought some Nautica polos for like $25 and they don't like the good thing is you have to sign up, give them your email so you can get these deals. It's just that these niggas send you a goddamn text message every other day. And like I'm not used to my phone being, dinging like that. It's not, I don't know a whole lot of people. You know, my niece may text me if she wants something. My sister may say hello. My pops may see a video to send me or something like that. But for the most part, it ain't too much pings going on the phone. So when I get them Jones every day from Nautica and LRG and Micro Perfume and all that other shit, it's kind of weird. Cause when them random calls, cause I hate that. I sure do wish it was a way I could block all spam calls. Cause that shit is trash, man. Leave people the fuck alone. All right. You done already figured out. You're not gonna get me. It's not gonna happen. All right. I'm gonna ask you to take my name off the list. If you act like you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm hanging up the phone and I'm blocking the number. You're not gonna get this shit. I just started turning the tracking on my phone every now and again, but for the most part, they really don't know. If I can look up Google on my phone, it thinks I'm in Massachusetts. Good. At least I'm off the radar on one thing. And I do got a little rant I got to go on right quick. I have horrible vision. Part of it's hereditary. It's pretty much probably hereditary. My grandma can't see. My uncle wear glasses. My mama wear glasses. My daddy wear glasses. So I was probably destined to be blind. And the rant is that I just a little backstory. It was the fourth grade when I figured it out because I was in the back of the class in Miss Williams' class, and I looked at the board, and for a hot second I said, I can't see a goddamn thing. So that's when I knew what was up. The teacher, no kid at that time wanted to admit he couldn't see because glasses were not cool as they were now. They weren't cool at all. So it was I was a little reluctant. She had to send a note to my parents on the sneak to let them know Jamal's ass can't see. And he trying to act like he can, but he can't. So go take his silly ass to go get some glasses because he'll never admit it to you. So shout out to Miss Williams for that. We big teacher shout out over here. I like Miss Williams. She was one of them firm but fair black teachers, older black women. Yeah, she was like that. She was cool. But so Friday at work, I was trying to look for a place to get an eye exam. And the only place I could go, the fastest place I could get to was America's Best. And it was the next day at 2:00. So it wasn't no big deal. So in the morning, well, not in the morning, towards the afternoon, I took my niece out to breakfast. I found out I couldn't see in ninth grade. Damn, Princeton, ninth grade? God damn. But nigga, you wear contacts? I never knew that. Did you have the same feeling when you looked at the board and said, I can't see a goddamn thing? But I took my niece to breakfast. My niece is getting better with stuff. Like beforehand, I used to tell her, we going to breakfast on Saturday or Sunday. Lacey, okay, the military do pay for that. I sure do wish I was smart enough to go and do. Well, I kind of like, I 50-50 that shit. There's some shit I did good, and there's some shit that I did trash. Second for UB, that's what's up. I probably needed them then and didn't know. It fucked me up when I was working at the school, because I worked at Greenville as a cafeteria cook. Anybody who got South Park jokes, fuck you and go to hell. And I was, and the nickname they gave me was trash. I was Giant Cafeteria Man. The kids was literally calling me that, yo. And to see kindergartners with glasses was crazy. Like, how do you know your vision is that fucked up already? I don't think kids' vision is that fucked up. I think it's a part of the optometry field trying to get this bag. That's what I'm gonna chalk it up as, because how you 5 and you know you can't see? Come on, man, I can see at 5. Shit. But back to I ain't even got to the rant yet, but I scheduled with America's Best, Saturday 2:20. And like I said, my niece, she is getting, before when I asked her to go find a place she wanted to go for breakfast, she would never find nothing. Wouldn't tell me nothing. So I had to come up with the ideas myself. But this time she wised up and she wanted to go to Bird's in Newport News, Hydenwood area by seeing you. I had never been, so I checked out the menu. Food looking kind of good. But one thing she didn't tell me is that this damn place is popular as hell. We went and got there at 11:30. Jesus wouldn't have been able to get a table in 45 minutes. So I mean, we left there. We tried to go to Nest and Tap House out Killing Creek, but I don't know if you needed to be a golf member because I think that's on the course. So we ended up going to goddamn Wing Bistro again because I think that was the setup the whole trip. And shout out to Wing Bistro. That chicken and waffle is good. It's probably not the official chicken and waffle because the official one is like a fried piece of chicken on top of the waffle. You know, drizzle that syrup and all that stuff. But I'll take a waffle and a wing. I don't give a shit. I like food and some home fries. And I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all in on something. It's a waitress that worked there every time we go, and she's been sitting there waiting for me to ask her for a number, but it ain't gonna happen, man. I ain't got time for no waitress, man. I'm good on that, man. We can't both come home smelling like mayonnaise and lettuce working in the kitchen. But I went to America's Best. So I'm gonna let y'all know I've been blind since the fourth grade, 8, 9 years old. So I'm gonna tell you how it always goes. I went to the Mercury Boulevard, Hampton Walmart. And my doctor, my eye doctor, when I first found out I couldn't see shit, was Dr. Friedland. He and it was always the same process. You go in there, check your eyes, make sure they cool, this, that, and third, go in there, read the chart, bam, prescription, take it next door, all good. So even later on in life, because he was the optometrist there, even when I became an adult. So mind you, from 8 years old all the way up to damn near 30. He was old then when I was in the fourth grade. So, but when I got contacts, it was the same process, nice and simple. I go up there, I take the eye exam. You know, they blow the smoke in there to check for glaucoma. They do all the eye tests to make sure the health of your eye is actually cool. Then you go in there, you read that chart to see how bad you can't see. Then they flip the joints and see how good you are. They give you your prescription. He would give me a trial pair, and then he would let me go, and I could order the contacts because the eyeglass place was right next to his office. Order me some contacts. And the trial pair he gave me was good for a month. I only needed them a week because the next pair was going to come in. These motherfuckers at America's Best are trash. It was one of the main reasons why I had to stop going there. And I was going on 1-800-contacts, even though I had to retake the exam like 5 or 6 times because they kept fucking up on some of my numbers. And I was willing to sacrifice it because I just didn't want to deal with America's Best. I could take the eye exam and order contacts within that next 15 minutes, which is cool. America's Best. Go through the process, take the health of my eyes. Cool. Go in the office with the doctor, the optometrist. He was cool. I give him props on that. Cool. Real cool dude. Every big guy, Yash Diav. Now, man, mind you, his last name was Dave. It's spelled Dave. D-A-V-E. But it's pronounced Diav. So, and he's a Middle Eastern dude. But you go there, they check the health, you do all that. Then they order you a trial, like they don't have contacts in the building. And when they order this bullshit, it takes a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. So they don't give you the prescription. They want to make sure the trial works before they give you the prescription. So now you have to wait the 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks to get the trial pair. You got to put the trial pair in. You wait a week and let the optometrist know that these work and you fine. Then they will give you 3 weeks. You have to wait to get your fucking prescription. Now I can understand you might want to hold off on giving me my junk because if you give me the prescription, I am not going to order contacts from you. It's just not going to happen. There's cheaper places to get this shit done. And that's what they tell you. Would you like to take your prescription? I said, no, I'm good. You can't, there's no contacts on it, but you can do glasses. I'm not wearing glasses. As soon as I got a chance to put on these contacts, that was it. I'm never going back to glasses. As a matter of fact, Prince mentioned it earlier. I'm thinking about going LASIK my damn self. After I done got some of these, I done got most of my stuff, bills and stuff out of the way. I got a little extra cash. I'm gonna go holler at them. That LASIK boy, man, do you know how freeing that would be to wake up in the morning and you ain't got to worry about no damn, you ain't got to worry about putting on shit. I would love to see again as soon as I woke up. Because when I wake up, I'm nearsighted too, so I got to put the phone here so I can cut the alarm off. So I get that'll be so comforting. So now I got to wait 3 weeks before they give me some. I hope they know this is it. You know what? No, it ain't, because I signed up for that dumbass program. $100 in 3 years, you get some free exams and shit. Why do they say free? It's not free if I already paid for it. I paid for the exams ahead of time. Y'all really think people that damn dumb, don't y'all? Y'all ain't the only ones. There's a couple of more raggedy sons of bitches. That shit crazy as hell. So what else going on? The girl I was talking to, I don't know what the fuck going on. I probably just leave that alone. I'm gonna be dead ass honest with you, for real. I'm not getting the right vibe. I'm not getting the right wave. So I'm gonna just go ahead before I invest anything in it, and time, emotions, or any of that shit. I'm gonna just go ahead because it ain't even no need. No, can't do it. I was thinking about getting on Tinder or something like that. I don't know, but. No, most of y'all in here got women. BJ married, Poe he got the bear, and Smith, he got a good jump, man. Man. Cause that just catching people at the store shit, that shit kind of drying out nowadays, man. Cause I don't know, maybe they ordering groceries online or something, but they ain't popping at the grocery store, not like they used to. Cause I used to be able to go to the grocery store down the street from Spinnaker, that food line, and catch something at 11 o'clock, because it's during the school year and ain't no kids. Kroger and Hampton, I'll never go to that. That shit more packed than Walmart. One thing about me, I ain't going to no packed stores. No. And some of us have been there where either you was going to shop and all of a sudden the place got packed, or you was with your lady. Man, I tell you right now, I wanted to break up with my last girlfriend. As soon as she took me into Victoria's Secret, my dumb ass was just standing there holding bras. I said, yeah, this shit ain't gonna last. And I'm like one of them spontaneously angry people. Like, for the most part, I try to keep from being that angry, but once I reach that level, the fuck it comes over me, and I just threw all her bras and panties on the ground and went and sat in the car. Like, what is this bullshit you got me doing, man, out here in this damn store? I look like a grade A clown out here. For God's sake. Yuck. Boy, it was time to go. Yeah, we ain't making no more than like a week or two after that. It was time to go. I was gone. I ain't got time for it. You know better than that. If you want to go out, we can go out. But I'm not going to no store with you. I don't even mind if we like together and we rocking or whatever. I don't mind giving you a little bread to go to the store. I ain't got no problem having my lady looking great from crown to cuticle. I ain't got no problem with that. Just don't ask me to go. Shit. Don't ask me to go in there, because my experience with women shopping is horrible. My mama would take all day. My sister takes all damn day. You want to know the bad part is? And I know some of y'all have experienced this going out with your moms and shit like that. They'll spend an hour in the store and won't purchase a damn thing. Like, wow, we were sitting here this long? Because I know me personally, that's never been my wave. If I'm going out, I'm just going to get the shit and I'm going to be gone. That's all it is to it. Especially if I ain't getting it online already. That's it. Because I'm going to get what I need to get, and that's it. When I go grocery shopping, I don't even go down aisles if I'm not going to it. If I'm going to get something to drink, I'm going in the back of the food line where the Milo sweet tea is. Then I'm going to check the juice section, and then I'm gone. I don't even get water from the grocery store. I get my water on Amazon. Because they got that Voss, and it's a hell of a lot cheaper on Amazon. And who knows? Maybe they are somebody just grabbing bottles, washing them out, repackaging them, and putting their own water in them. I sure wish I gave a fuck. But I just go to the store, man. If I ain't going to get no potato chips, what the fuck I need to go down the aisle for? If I don't need no frozen, if I don't need no vegetables, I'm not going to them sections. I'm telling you, that's it. When I'm going to get something to drink, Milo sweet tea in the back. I check the juice out for the ocean spray. Then I go around the corner for the check the first aisle for the wine. After that, that's it. The store trip is over. 10 minutes. I don't take that long. I don't give a fuck about stuff that I'm not going to buy. Like, come on, y'all. Y'all got to get better than that, man. Stop boring us to death. Jesus. One thing I really appreciate with everybody sending in their questions and all that was it got me back back interested in, just going over some of the favorite stuff that y'all was asking for. So I went back into some of the music, and it was a couple music questions that asked like favorite artists and stuff like that. I don't have one particular artist that I favor over any other, but I just like taking in groups. Like my top 5 in rap is Lupe Fiasco, Devin the Dude, Mos Def, Danny Brown, and MF Doom. That's like my favorite rappers. My top 5. If I want to go to rock music, I got Queen, I got The Clash, David Bowie, The Stooges. Nah, I'm gonna take The Stooges back. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I said the Queen, The Clash, David Bowie, and I don't really consider David Bowie kind of like rock music. I would more or less consider him kind of like pop music, because whatever he came out with was gonna be popular anyway, and he changed genres every album. So I'm not even gonna put him in there. I'm gonna put The Clash, Queen, Bon Jovi, Guns N' Roses, and Nirvana. I'm tripping. Wow, how could I forget Nirvana? That was when they fucked the game up. And for anybody who grew up around that time, when Nirvana dropped, that shit was big, even for black people. Like we saw some shit happening when Nirvana dropped. It became something that we all became interested in, for real, for real. Everybody knows "Smell Like Teen Spirit" is one of the biggest hits of the '90s, for real, for real. There's no denying that. Now, just because I may have a top 5, that don't mean I don't fuck with other people. I love Soundgarden. I love Metallica. I love Pearl Jam. I love goddamn, what's the name of that group? Boy, you see them when I saw them peas right then? Ooh. Led Zeppelin, The Who, The Stooges, Buddy Holly. What's the name of that? The dude that created it. Oh man, he was in Cadillac Records. Because it was Little Walter, Howlin' Wolf, and it was one more dude. Oh man, fuck. Robert Johnson, yeah, which most people consider the goat of that shit. He created modern rock and roll. What's the name of that other group? Rolling Stones. Always been a Stones fan. I fuck with Mick Jagger. Like moves like Jagger. That I was always a fan of watching him dance and shit like that, because they were so big that they used to come on HBO too. They used to have like concerts that would come on cable that you could watch. That's what I would like for hip hop to get to. I would like for, Jay-Z still rapping to be like 65 years old and he can still sell out an arena. I would really enjoy that. I really would. Because most of the time when our artists get old, we really don't support them as much as we used to. Like, some of them reach that stratosphere like a Mike or a Whitney, where people going to always want, or Prince, where they just going to want to always see what they do. But I can tell you this right now. Whether it be Led Zeppelin, even when they don't have all the members. Excuse me, Guns N' Roses, and them niggas never got along. The Rolling Stones still can have a sellout concert right now. And they damn near 80. So I would love for us as black people but to be honest with you, it's a difficult task because we don't make as much as them. It's the numbers. And we don't put out the support as much. Because I can tell you this right now. If I had to pay for all the music that I listen to, it would be no way in hell. I would definitely leave my job right now. I'd be out there trying to get a master's degree in some type of engineering field, something where I can get that bag early as hell. And I'd be out here playing the lottery if I had to pay for my music like that. Because I love all genres. Rock, rap, R&B, soul, um, country music, ED. No, I'm not. Fuck that shit. The fact that they took genres that black people made, like house music and electro music, and tried to lump it all together and call it EDM, and let the Brits take that shit. I don't fuck with that shit. House, I fuck with house music. I fuck with electro music. It's just always been a part. I'm gonna let y'all in on some weirdo shit that I like to do. I like to listen to like instrumental solos, and that just guitars and nothing like that. I'm talking about the big bass, cellos, violins, trumpets. I fucks with classical music. I love movie scores. You get the Hans Zimmer. I mean, he's one of the most popular ones, but I can't remember the Asian dude who had his joint sampled a lot, but he got some good ones. Like it just feeds me. I have to listen to it. And I would be totally fucked up if I had to sit here and pay for it. But I gave y'all rock. Pop artists, I'm gonna go Bowie, Elton John, Billy Joel. Um, I'm gonna go Michael Jackson. Yeah, I always was big on Mike. I fuck with Mike even when the Blood on the Dance Floor song, that was my shit. Susie's Got Your Number. Butterflies was good. Stranger in Moscow was my shit. Like Mike left still putting out good music. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Mike never had a fall off period for me as far as artistry goes. Now it may have fell off on sales, and he explained that one time, like how he had the number one album in the world everywhere except here. But Mike was always the drop. Y'all gotta remember, this dude been doing this jump since he was like 7. Like you got yo man, from 7 years old all the way into your 40s, you that dude, man, that's a lot. See, I didn't even have. I almost like Prince is probably one of the most talented musicians I've ever, especially in the popular realm. It really don't. No, it ain't too many people that's fucking with Prince on that scale. Cause for him to be able to, he wrote, produced, arranged, and I think he did. I think he even engineered his first album at 18 years old. That's a lot, and it's a good album. It's not like he put the shit together and we just glad to see that he doing it. No, it's not no pat in the back. Good job, you tried. No, it's still a good album. So when I see people getting excited, like Cole, like people get excited for Cole, and I'm proud of people, for them doing their thing. Cole and Russ and Tyler for getting the total credit for producing every joint and rapping every joint, getting the sole credit for your whole album. There's people actually already doing that. So kudos to you for doing it. But you're not gonna act like just because it's a genre you listen to, that don't mean it don't exist. Because Beck been doing this shit for years. That's why when Kanye was disrespecting Beck, nigga, I'm sorry. We know you champion for Beyonce because that's who you really want. Kim is just a consolation prize. But you're not gonna sit here and disrespect Beck like he got writing, producing, arranging, and engineering whole albums by itself, and the shit be good. You have to respect it. And the fact that I would have to look up, I have my pops tell me about Prince, shows that we need to step our shit up as far as the information game goes. Because it's not, we definitely need to be telling our youth about that. As an 18-year-old kid, he turned down help from Maurice White because Sony Music was going to let Maurice White, the lead singer from Earth, Wind & Fire, help him do his first album. He said, if I can't do it, I don't want to do it at all. And they believed and they let him do the shit. Matter of fact, he might be one of the most talented artists to ever grace music. To be honest with you, I would find it hard for a debate because he had multiple octaves. He could sing at any range. Musician wise, he could play the guitar. I mean, the bass guitar, the electric guitar. He could do some acoustics on you, the drums and the pianos. Because you got to remember, not only was he producing all the shit that he did, he also produced shit for Vanity, Nasty Girl. Prince did that beat. Everything the Time, Morris Day and the Time did, he was producing that shit. And shout out to Pops for giving me that knowledge because I would have never known because it was, what was it, like the Star Company is what he called it or something like that? It was another name. He wasn't using his. And the fact that he could give other, this is like the real kudos. It's not like a producer giving you his beats that don't nobody want. He gave people songs he already did and they turned into hits. Nothing compares to you. Manic Mondays. Those are the originally Prince songs that he's already recorded. He didn't put them out as singles so they weren't as popular, and they end up being hits for other people. So I don't have a problem with you liking what's going on now, because I do too. I fucks with artists. Even, it doesn't matter the rim. Like, I fuck with, what's a popular artist? Ariana Grande. I enjoy her music. I really do. I fucks with her. For real. But that's not going to keep me from, I'm not going to ever disrespect what came beforehand. I'm just not. It's just not going to happen. You may fuck with what's out right now, and I don't knock you for that. But Lil Baby put out good gangster music. But shit, so did fucking Schoolie D, my nigga. And if you don't fuck with it, that's on you. And I ain't got no problem with that. I'm not going to knock you for it. But for me, I need all of it. Because it really, the birth of gangster rap, Ice-T 6 in the morning. I was just listening to that yesterday. That shit still hit. Now, some of the things may not count. 6 in the morning, police at my door. Anybody in the streets know them niggas be knocking at any different, especially at most at any fucking time. Fresh Adidas sweeping across the bathroom floor. It may not be Adidas. They probably Nikes nowadays. But hey, I mean, come on now. Anybody in the streets can be relatable, and even if you're not, the story he telling is so vivid. It's like watching an episode of Snowfall. So I will never, you won't get that from me. I can't disrespect it. That's never my wave, and it's not gonna be my wave. But I really do appreciate that. And one of the things that helped me with the music thing, like getting into it outside of my father, was the Rolling Stones top 500. What was it, albums? It was top 500 songs of all time. Yep. And that right there, that just pushed me over the ledge. Like, this was back in like 2010. No, this is back in like 2008. This just pushed me over the ledge because I'm one of them. I'm not gonna say a list whore, because when I think of a list whore, I think of somebody who sees a list and think that shit is the best just because it's number one. No, I don't do that. But I will do, if it's number one, let me find out. Let me see what's up with it. Because the number one album at the time, the number one song they had was Rolling Stone by Bob Dylan. And I was like, well, since this is supposed to be the best song of all time according to y'all, let me check this out. And I fucking love Rolling Stone. Like, that's my shit. It's a real ass track. Bob Dylan has some real ass tracks. You may not fuck with the music of it, for real. It may not be your wave, but those lyrics, he won't do nothing but spitting some real fruit. To be honest with you, he was really putting it down on the lyrics, doing the same thing that people say about rappers, painting a vivid picture that the words are just, you can easily see it. Distinctive travels, all that shit, man. Bob Dylan, nice, man, with that gravelly ass voice. I remember I was in the car with my homie T-Dog, and I played Rolling Stone. Rolling Stone ended up being a part of the jump. And he was like, yo, you listen to this? Yeah, man, I love this shit. I can't front a cap to you, man. This is my shit. I love it. I can't. It's just anything, man. For real. Like, hold up. Is somebody sneaking in the crib? Somebody just called in to get through the gate. I ain't ordered the damn thing. I hope it ain't nobody just popping by the crib, man. I done drank some wine. I done had some water in me. I just want to sit my old ass down somewhere after this. Boy, that's some tasty ass water. But yeah, that's my rim. And it's probably you can catch that. I don't even know where that magazine is. I probably accidentally threw that shit away because they done changed it up until now, and they got it on Wikipedia or Winstopedia. But go up there and check out that Rolling Stone top 100 songs, albums, artists, all that shit. Cause they came out with best guitars. I ain't agree with that shit. Cause Eddie Hazel from Funkadelic was like 20, like 30th or something like that. Prince was like 20th. I said, y'all niggas wilding, man. Cut it out, man. Y'all gotta stop. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. But that's my thing. Country artists, Townes Van Zandt, Porter Wagner, George Jones, George Strait, Johnny Paycheck. Nigga, Johnny Paycheck, I'm the only hell my mother ever raised, my nigga. That shit is the drop, my nigga. And that's so real. Like, my mother didn't do nothing in life but raise me, and I end up being on that fuck shit. But I tell you this right now, I'm the only hell my mother ever raised. Like, I'm sorry, moms. I ain't mean for it to be this way, but this is the way it is. And if you go and look up Johnny Paycheck, he was a wild motherfucker, yo. So, but just, man, it's just a thing, man. I couldn't live without it, to be honest with you. If I had a choice to pick between TV and music, this shit, I would throw this shit out the window. Fuck that television, my nigga. As long as I can listen to these tunes, I'm good, because it conveys so many emotions and what I'm feeling, and it's just, I just can't do without it. And I just want to tell you, Kanye fans, relax, okay? The album is gonna come out. We don't know when. You got to keep that in the back of your mind, because if for somebody who likes artists who don't come out all the time, and like if you're a Drake fan, you good, because Drake always gonna drop something, whether it be a single or an album. He ain't gonna never leave your beat. He ain't gonna never let your beat get too dry. He gonna leave your beat wet so you can, he gonna give you some new shit. But if you're a fan of somebody like Lupe or fucking Andre 3000, oh my God, I've never seen a bigger tease in the music industry in my life. This nigga will drop an amazing verse. I'm talking about just drop incredible rhymes and then slide back in the shadows. People actually thought that he was going to come out with another album. I already knew what was up. After a while, you just know it ain't going to go down. So I just want to tell the Kanye fans, relax. Don't stop anticipating it. Because I'm telling you this right now, the more you keep waiting on this album, the less it could possibly, it may not be as good as you may think it is. Now, some of y'all is Kanye stans, and it don't matter what the fuck he dropped, y'all gonna love it anyway. But I can be subjective, because I ain't gonna lie. Some of the Yeezus was cool. It wasn't as bad as people make it out to be, but it definitely wasn't what he was previously doing. Because, I mean, he got damn near 4 or 5 classics at his disposal. Well, he got 5 classics at his disposal. Like, albums that are better than good. College Dropout, Late Registration, Graduation, 808s and Heartbreaks, and My Dark Twisted Fantasy. Ain't a lot of people that can, match that. That's 5 albums that was good as shit. 808s, and it's hard for people even to compete with that. And it's not just good just on the charts level or the sales level. Artistically, it's that fucking good. And I can't argue this shit. So if you one of them stands, I can't blame you for that. How could you not be a big fan and support everything he do? He done gave you 5 good albums. Some artists can't even give you 1 classic. Because I can tell you this right now, and this is no disrespect to homie. Does anybody in here think, and you can put it in the comment section, because there's only 2 people watching right now. You can put it in the comment section. Do you think Ludacris has a classic album? And that's not to say he's not good. I fuck with Luda. Matter of fact, I don't really have that much of a choice, because my mom's a big Luda fan, so she ain't got no problem reciting no Luda lyrics. I asked me about dude Like, so that's just how that is. But just wait. It's coming. Don't anticipate it. Because once you do, I can tell you right now, it takes some of the sting out of it when you find out the shit ain't what it was. Because the last one I was hyped for from him was I was hyped for Life of Pablo because I love No Parties in LA and I loved Real Friends. And when that wasn't the vibe of the album, and I'm not saying that Life of Pablo isn't a good album, it is good. But I'm going to say my gripe with the album, the good shit about the album is not him. And most Kanye albums, that's the way it is. He's the course. Like you love Drive Slow because Kanye was spitting on it. T.I. did a good job on the remix. It gave a lot of people, it gave Paul Wall validity outside of just Houston, but you still fucked with, hey, my homie Molly used to stay 79 for me. One of my best friends was back in the day on the street from Calumet, just a school full of stones. They nicknamed me K-Rock so they can leave me alone. So, like the memorable lyrics, and I couldn't even tell you, no lie at all. I don't even know the last time I heard that shit. Because it's so much, like I said, I have an entire library of music I listen to. So it's sometimes to get the shit that I don't, get to that I, really want to. And matter of fact, I'm gonna have to put that out there. They're not gonna be next week because I'm getting ready to wrap up. Next week, are you ready for some football? Let me know in the comment section. If you know me personally, hit me up. What would you like the title to be? Are you ready for some football? We back on the foosball. Because next week we doing the NFL and college football preview for the year. So I'm gonna just let you know. Next week is all about that football. I mean, there's gonna be some other sports in there, and I can squeeze some other stuff in there. But the majority, we back on that football, man. We gotta let y'all know the season getting ready to start. It's one of the reasons. It's a lot of football fans that watch this. So, and sometimes, the cool thing about it, some of y'all don't even fuck with football like that, but y'all will listen to me talk about it, and I greatly respect that and appreciate it. But next week we back on the football. Appreciate it. Maybe the week after, I will probably do some shit. I'm sorry, I gotta answer this. I don't know who this is. Hello? Yeah, this black ass some bitch Slad is delivering a shirt while I am recording the goddamn show. This sorry son bitch, get off my damn phone, you black fuck. This nigga is trying to get me answering the door. This is the ghetto shit of all time. This nigga came and dropped off my shirt. Damn, you sorry. You boy, get back, man. Take your ass home somewhere, man. This nigga Slide drops off my shirts in the middle of my damn street. Lord, this is an ignorant ass. But like I said, next Sunday, we on that football. Please tune in with this episode. Please drop your likes, comment, subscribe, get some other motherfuckers to watch. Whatever you want to do, appreciate and love always. Thank you so much, yo. Enjoy your weeks. I'll catch y'all next Sunday, man.